I didn't understand the whole, like, the gated thing, the part where we couldn't leave. I was thinking, was that mean like couldn't leave, you know, because like in the dream, home to me was like it's the place of security, the place of peace, and that whole gate was nothing but fear. Being in that gate every single, I mean, it was storming, it was raining, and being at home was just like a thing in my dream. I just wanted to be home. I wanted to be at peace. I was scared the whole time. I was a nervous wreck in the dream, and I was just. And anyways, I was on my way home from work Monday, I think it was, and I remember just sitting there driving home, and I said, Lord, what does it mean? And I didn't even know how to be specific about it other than, what does this mean? And I heard him speak to me in my spirit, concentration camps. And I just kind of sat there and thought, I was like, man, like, we can't play around. I mean, things are just like unfolding in our faces, man. Like this, I don't know how this corona thing's gonna play into the end times. I don't know if it's a control factor, if it's a fear factor, if it's all in one, what it is. But whatever it may be, I just know it has something to do with the end times. I know it's the end times. I know that what Dream was telling me, like, hey, this is part of the end times. This is not even compared, but this is a glimpse of it. And this COVID-19 thing might be the same thing. I don't know. It might be a glimpse of what's to come, but not even compared. Like maybe like a 1% glimpse of what's to come. And this dream might not even compare. Because based off what we hear in the Bible and my dream, man, my dream left a lot out. You know what I mean? But the whole thing was concentration camp, end times. You can't escape unless you're beheaded. And I feel like in the Christian, I feel like that was spiritual in a lot of ways, because a lot of people will be beheaded for being Christians, and a lot of people are being beheaded for being Christians now, just in other countries. You don't hear about that stuff because some people don't care about it. All you hear is COVID, 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 COVID. You know what I mean? You don't hear beheading, whatever. But things that line up with the end times are unfolding. I mean, you're talking about the mark of the beast, like that stuff is gonna be real, man. That you can't buy anything. It's either you starve, you get beheaded, or something, you die not being able to buy anything. And I mean, that if you die not being able to buy anything, but you go to heaven, that's more to me than anything. I mean, I'd rather suffer on earth any day than suffer eternally, because I mean, our life is like this compared to eternity, which is forever. It's not like, that's why I want people to understand that, because I feel like a lot of people are like, well, I can just live my life the way I want to, and God doesn't matter, all that. And a lot of people have that perspective based on how they're raised, based on friends, based on relationships, what they get themselves into, or maybe just their own self-esteem. But the fact of the matter is, I mean, when people think hell's going to be a huge nightclub that you can have fun at, but it's not. I mean, I've never been to hell, but I've been through hell. I mean, figuratively, but life throws a lot of darts at you, and it brings you down, and you go through a lot of stuff, but that's nothing compared to hell. You're being tortured your whole life for making stupid decisions. I mean, whenever you could, it's just, it's hard to shift people's perspectives whenever somebody's already tainted it in the past. And a lot of people think Christians are these really judgmental people that go around calling you sinners, and but it's not about that. It's not about people. I mean, Christians, I mean, I don't know who did that to, if they did it to you, whoever. I don't know. But Christians don't do that. not real ones. I mean, I'm not saying we're perfect. We're human. I mean, we've done stupid stuff like you. People think these Christians are these perfect people that never sin and judge everybody else for sinning, and that's the opposite. I mean, if people knew my past and the stuff I've done, they'd be like, you know what I mean, like goodness. And I mean, it's not crazy, but I've put myself through a lot. That's right, I have. People, God doesn't, God knows you're gonna go through it. And people have this perspective, have this whole thing like God sends people to hell. No. God doesn't send you to hell, you send yourself to hell. And I'm not saying that as a judgmental Christian, I'm saying that as a person that's been through the fire and that knows. Because every single step I took toward wanting to live the way I wanted to live was closer to destruction. I could tell my life was falling apart. And man, I've always been raised as a Christian. I mean, I've been raised in church since I was little, but for the longest time, from like the end of elementary school up until ninth grade, the end of ninth grade, I was like, want to do what I want to do. And it took God to open my eyes. Until I went through so much, and until I went into enough where I hit rock bottom. I hit deeper than rock bottom. And even as a Christian, I was doing things that people are like, Christians don't do that. And you're right. Christians aren't supposed to do that. But Christians also mess up. We're all human. It's not like as soon as we turn into a Christian, we're these immortal humans that judge everybody else for sin.